everyone, welcome back to Nick's Happy Place. Today I am super excited to tell you about something I've been waiting for a long time, and the day has finally come. I'm talking about Subway's Doritos Footlong Nachos. Look at that, footlong in all its glory. The one thing though, when I watched them make this, it doesn't have the luster that it has in the pictures, because you see a bowl with the Doritos all spread out and you see toppings galore, and you look at that and it's like, dang, I want to get myself some of those. And then you do get yourself some of those, and this is what you get. It's, like I said, it's a bit lackluster, to say the least. I mean, you know, the tray is like bursting in the pictures and that you see. And this is just like a little guy here. I mean, it is only $5 in their defense. And basically what it is what you get there is they basically take like a bag of the Doritos that they have in the store, and they open it up and they pour it in there. So it's a preset amount. You know, they don't just take handfuls of Doritos, which I thought they just have a bag of them and they throw them in there and you'd have a good amount. But what they do is they just take a bag of Doritos off the shelf, throw them in the tray. And then what they do is, if you can either get them, I guess you can have them plain, you could add avocado, or the main thing is you get chicken or you get steak. So I went with the chicken, which they take the rotisserie chicken. But one thing that kind of made me sad on this is what they do is they'll take the chicken. I'm assuming they do the same thing as a steak, and the amount you would get for the rotisserie chicken for a 6-inch, they'll take half of that out, and then they sprinkle it on. So you don't even get a whole 6-inch worth of meat on the sub. They just take, like I said, half of a 6-inch amount, and then they'll sprinkle it on there. And then they bake it then they put some cheese sauce on, and then they sprinkle some cheddar on there, and then they throw it in their oven for 25 seconds. And then once it comes out, they throw on dice up some tomatoes, dice up some onion, and then throw some jalapeno on there, and then they put a little layer of chipotle sauce, which I said to go light on, so just a quick dousing of chipotle sauce. And that's what you got for a foot-long nacho from Subway. So yeah, like I said, I mean, I guess it's only $5, so I guess it's not the most, but I was expecting a little more to it. But like I said, it is $5. They got Doritos in there, that's a plus. Gotta love regular nacho cheese Doritos. I wonder if they would do it if you asked for like the Cool Ranch. I wonder if they would throw those in there or not. I'm not sure. But anyways, here's what you got. First time they said that I was the first person to come in today. Today was the first day these came out, and they said this is the first one they made. So they basically throw in a little tray, slide it over this little gadget, and that's what you got. So I'm gonna go in and give this a try, see how it turned out. Gotta love nachos. Gotta love Doritos. So let's see, there's a nicely loaded down piece there. Not sure if my zoom's gonna, or my focus is gonna focus on it. But there's what you got there. I'm just gonna go and give it a try. Yeah, pretty good stuff there. I should have probably asked them to put a little more onion on it, because I love onion. See if you have a little scoop of everything here. There's another bite. Everything's kind of flipped upside down on this one. That is a pretty decent thing there. I mean, taste-wise, it's good. It's nice that they have the Doritos toppings. I mean, I guess it depends on who makes it too. I guess this one's made okay, but like I said, I wish they would have put more meat on it, but I guess it's spread across nachos, so maybe you don't need all the meat you would need like for a 6-inch sub on this thing. But like I said, you get half of what a normal amount would be. Here's a nice big bite I'm just going to give this. Oh, well, it was a nice big bite until I flipped it over there. There we go. Overall, this is actually pretty decent. This is pretty good. I do like this. Like I said, a little bit of a turn off at first because it looks so small compared to what you see in the pictures, but hey, fast food, that's what you get. Anytime you see a picture of something, a burger, when you actually get it, it's never really the same. My only issue with this would be, if you're going to order a meal, what else do you get? You know what I'm saying? Because with this here, this is a decent amount, but if I was like, this was my full lunch, and I was going to Subway to eat, would this be enough to fill me up? I mean, you know, would I need to get something else to go along with it, like one of their foot-long pepperoni rolls or something? Or would this suffice? I mean, I guess I'll find out today, because this is like my lunch today. So I'll find out in a couple hours if my stomach is rumbling, if this is actually enough to fill me up. That, like I said, that'd be my only question. Would this be, if you're like starving and you go in there, is this good enough to cover a meal, or would you need to add something else to it? Or is this something you just want to get for a snack if you're sharing with your significant other? Would this be a good way to go? Like I said, it is only $5, so that's not really that bad. Like I said, you got your steak, you got your chicken, or I think you can get a plain, or I think you can pay extra where they'll chop up avocado and throw on there too, is another option. But not a bad thing. It's nice that they have the Doritos on there. The Doritos are, for the most part, keeping their form. They're not getting soggy right away. That's one thing I should test too, but so far everything seems to be pretty stable on there. I mean, they're not sogging up on you. But like I said, my concern is the amount that you get here. Is this enough to be a meal? Depends if you eat like a bird or if you eat like a grown-up. My wife would probably eat half of this and be like, oh, I'm so full. But I'll find out if this is enough to get me through my day. But anyways, as far as rating this goes, with the price, it's reasonable. I guess I can't really judge it on how much food it is enough. I guess I'm judging on taste and everything like that. But it is one concern I have is this enough for a meal for you? But you can always add another thing on, one of the foot-long roll-ups of the chicken roll-up and that stuff like that. Too, you can add to it, you know, to give you more of a meal or whatnot. Or maybe you might eat a 6-inch to go along with this. Who knows? You know, it depends on your appetite. But as far as flavor goes, the cheese sauce is good. Like I said, they do put a little bit of chipotle on there, which you get that. Like I said, I didn't want them to douse down the chipotle on there. I'd rather mainly have the cheese sauce on there and everything else on it. But and I guess it depends on who makes it. They put a fair amount of toppings on there today. Like I said, it just looks a little underwhelming size-wise. You expect a foot-long full thing, and then you get a little half tray of stuff. But like I said, for the price, $5, you can't really argue with this. Taste-wise, it's good. The cheese sauce is decent. You get your onions on there. I love onions. You got your tomato. You got your jalapenos on there. It's Doritos. How can you argue with Doritos? As far as rating this goes, I think this is pretty good. I could suggest getting it. If you want to give it a try, definitely try it. Like I said, I'm going to have to ask them if they'll do Cool Ranch on there next time. But I'm not sure if they have their designated nacho cheese chips in the back there and the other ones are separate. But like I said, they just pulled up with a bag and dumped it in there, which I guess it's good for proportion because you're always getting the same size. But it's also bad because you're not going to get an overage on them sometimes either. But as far as rating this goes, I think this is good. A good value, tasty, convenient. As far as rating this goes, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 9. I think this is pretty decent. I'll have to try the steak one to see how the steak one is too, but pretty solid here. 9. If you guys have already got this, let me know your thoughts. Like I said, it just came out today. I was my local place's first customer to order this. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. If you guys have tried this, if you agree with me or disagree with me, let me know. Let me know your appetite too. If you eat one of these and you're totally full and good for the day, let me know that too. But I think I'm going to be a little hungry earlier than normal after eating this today. But otherwise, I'm going to let you go so I can finish this up before it gets too cold. Nobody likes cold nachos. So I will let you guys go. Have a wonderful day. Thank you all for watching. You guys are the best. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.